Hi guys, welcome back to another biblical word. And today's biblical word is a prophetic word. Today's biblical word is a prophetic word. It is an important word, and today's biblical word is light and darkness have nothing in common. Light and darkness have nothing in common, and danger, fake friends, snakes. Danger, fake friends, snakes. I had a revelation, and the dream came like someone had a friend that they had knew for years, okay? For about 10 to 13 years, to be exact. In the past, this person was warned to cut ties with this friend. In the dream, it appeared to be a woman. You know what I'm saying? It appeared to be a woman. Now, I had to write down some of these notes because, you know, in order for you to remember things, you got to write it down. So, in the dream, it appeared to be a woman, but this message can be for a man who had a plan. In the dream, I could read her intentions, okay? There was two women in the dream. One woman was the one that God told to stay away from a particular person or friend. The other woman was the friend who had the bad intentions, who had the bad motives. And her motives were to try to garner sympathy as a way to get back in her friend's life. Okay? I was led by the Holy Spirit to share. This person somehow appeared to reconnect. It never showed in the vision how the reconciliation of that friendship or how they reconnected, okay? In the woman's mind, I was able to know she was thinking, she was saying, it felt like old times. So in the mind of the woman that was warned to stay away from that particular person or persons, when she interacted with this friend, it felt like familiarity. It felt like old times. It was familiar to her. Okay? In the woman's mind, I was able to know. So she used her personal issues to garner sympathy, using her children and their problems to get back into this woman's life. So I'm going to give you an example. Say, for instance, you were in this person's life and you were always like a shoulder to cry on, somebody as a supportive system. So she may have had some issues where her child, her personal life, and she would always come to you, or, you know, where it applies for a man, he or she can always come to you to lean on you. But God warned you to stay away. So in this particular dream that I had, it showed like it could possibly be an ex-friend, current friend, recent like interaction with an ex-friend, or someone that you're dealing with that's in your circle that this applies to. But for this specific dream, it is very important. The particular person that you need to stay away from, they have a prophetic, they have a gift. I want to say it's prophetic because not every gift, even though God gives gifts, not every gift is from God. Meaning like we don't use it for God. So the gift is from God, but it's not necessarily used for God. Correction. So this person is a dreamer. And you have to be very careful how you interact with this individual, because if you interact with them, they're able to, like, you know, there's some people that if they're in your aura, if they're in your circle, they can pick up on certain things going on in your life, okay? Disclaimer, pay attention to that part. They are a dreamer. You would know how this word applies to you. Please take it back to God to test the spirit of what this message is about. During the time of the friendship ending, the Lord gave you a vision of this person as some type of a demon or witch. Either way, it was some sort of divination involved. Okay? We know that it doesn't always have to be occult practice for it to be witchcraft. It could be a person not wanting to see you do good, and they always are trying to be envious, wicked heart postures, bad heart, jealousy, okay? These are the things that are likened to witchcraft. For some of you, this particular part of the word is specific. For some of you, you have been under attack by a friend who is a witch or warlock. Jealousy is involved. Jealousy is involved. So pay close attention to who you are involving yourself around. Because this time is a very tedious, a very important, not tedious, a very important time. Now, if you let this person back in, you're going to have some real tedious obstacles to overcome. Yeah. So it's better for you to be obedient to what God has told you. God has said to stay away from this friend or ex-friend, warning you that this person is a witch. Okay? Warning you that this person is a witch. There is, divination type situations going on. So I'm going to make myself clear. In this dream, it applies to a man. If it applies to a man, your friend can be a woman or a man. Because we know that dreams do not always come straight. In a dream, it may show a woman, but it may apply a different way. So you as a man may have a woman as a friend, and you're the support system, and this person doesn't mean you any good. Like I said, you had a revelation God gave to you. God showed you. So you coming back into communication with this person as the dream made it clear, that's disobedience to God. So you're supposed to stay away from this particular person, people. Okay? Take heed of what God has said to you. Don't be hard-headed and stubborn. It's only going to backfire. We all know that jealousy could go real left. It can go real left, real quick, real soon. So in a dream, if it's, if this applies to a woman, it's a friend or ex-friend. Okay? For some of you, in my spirit was dropped ex-lover, ex-friend, fake friendships. That is where the Spirit of God led me. Ex-lover, ex-friend, fake friends. These are the three different dynamics of what this word could hit on. Let me warn you, anyone who is an enemy, who God has asked you to stay away from, you are to be obedient. You are to listen. God knows the heart postures of every person that he has created. So if he tells you to cut ties, oh, you're not supposed to cut nobody off. Stop listening to these people. Okay? Cut off somebody don't mean you have to hate them. It means that you have to protect yourself from those people that have evil thoughts, that want to do harm to you physically, spiritually. People get it twisted thinking that, and for somebody, I don't care if that person that you're cutting off, God this, God person, God this, God father, God mother, whatever. God doesn't care anything about the titles. The point of the matter is for you to have obedience to God. He tells you to cut ties, cut ties. No matter the who, what, where, when, and why, and how. All of that stuff, you do what he asks you to do if it don't make sense, and you go back to him and ask him the who, what, where, when, and why after you're obedient. Okay? Because people will come to you gaslighting you. Oh, God don't expect you to cut off this and that and the third. Okay? Cutting off don't mean you hate the person. Cutting ties don't mean you just hate them and you hate them, you dislike them. It means that God is the first important thing in your life. And he knows down the road what this person can do. If that's a hindrance to what God is saying to you, then that person is still no good. Anything that obstructs the will of God it's an enemy. Anything that dictates your mind away from God and what he has said and what he has shown you in your mind, in your dreams, in your revelations, in your visions, that is an enemy. I don't care who tells you, oh, well, don't this, that. We've been knowing this other for. You're going to listen. Everybody want to gaslight and cry wolf. Because let me tell you, a person that's going to do you harm, they're going to pretend. There's some people that will come back to you pretending to be your friend, pretending to care for you. They'll come with a whole sob story telling you about this, that, and the third. And then when you look, oh, it's all to know all your business. It's all for you to open up to them. And then they start sabotaging you spiritually. They start sabotaging you physically, emotionally. People got to know when to cut ties. You got to know when to be, you got to know when you're supposed to be obedient. But obedience to God is the most important. I don't care what the title is. Because I've had a few videos about friends. And God keeps making this a topic. God keeps making this a topic. So somebody out here is either not listening or somebody else needs to get the message, because it's a repeat thing that goes on in life. Of course. So your best interest is to honor God, to listen to what he has to say. He tells you to stop, cut off. I don't care the title. I don't care. This can apply in any different circumstances. Friendships, relationships of any kind. Whoever God has told you to cut ties with, trust and believe. There are people that don't want to see you do better than them. There are people that don't want to see you doing good. There are people that don't want you married before them. There are people that don't want you married at all. There are people that don't want you to have money. There are people that want to see the worst for you. You got to understand that people's heart postures is not yours. Stop looking for yourself in others. Stop looking for some people, some of y'all over on the other side of this screen are people pleasers. And if you're a people pleaser, you need to cut that out, because that's the way the enemy's coming in. The only person that you need to please is God. Not no mommy, not no daddy, not no brother, sister, auntie. I don't care who it is. You don't need to please nobody but the Lord. Okay? Because when you're in the wilderness, half y'all ain't got family or friends to even pull you out of that. To pull you out the pit. So I'm going to keep it 100 with you. I don't care what method of sympathy these people use. You better choose God over friends. I don't care how many years. Okay? And that's on God. I don't care how many years you know these people. Just because you push somebody out, just because you're a mother, just because you're a father, all these titles, it don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing if the love of Christ is not within us. It don't mean nothing if your heart posture wild wicked. It don't mean nothing. So your best advice is to listen to God. Not even me. I'm not nobody. But just the vessel that he's using. And I'm telling you. God is telling somebody here, don't do it. Why you talking to her? Why you talking to him? I didn't give you permission to do that. I didn't give you permission. I told you to cut ties. What you still doing talking to this person? What you still talking to this group of people? God said no. So why are you still doing it? Oh, you big on people pleasing. Oh, okay. So God like, okay, you big on people pleasing. So I'm going to need to take you back into that wilderness for you to understand what I say when I mean what I say. God ain't playing. If he tell you to do something, he mean what he say. God is a God like, okay, you don't get it? All right, I'm going to pull you right back in that wilderness so you can understand what I'm saying. And some of y'all that been in the wilderness, that's coming out, trust and believe. That wilderness ain't no joke. Some of y'all have witches and warlocks after you. So you better be obedient. Can't no mommy, sister, brother. Listen, nobody can save you but the Lord. So when he tells you to leave that friend alone, he tells you to leave that friendship alone, he knows what he's saying. And these people going to come back like, oh no, that's not it. I'm not trying to do this and that. Let me tell you, when a snake going to eat you, it ain't telling you nothing. It's observing you. This snake going to observe you. This snake observes, okay? This snake observes before it starts to what? Devour its prey. It's thinking about how it can size you up. So what you think? If you confront these people, they're going to tell you the truth? Why you need to confront somebody to know what God shows you? You don't need to say nothing to nobody. You just got to dip off into the sunset and honor God. That's what God is asking you to do. I'm going to read you a few scriptures on what God says. In John 8:12 says, again, Jesus spoke to them saying, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will not walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. Whoever follows me, Jesus knows that whoever follows him, you ain't going to be in no darkness, because God going to expose everything. So what you need to get proof from somebody else when God is already telling you. One-on-one. You got front row tickets to having a revelation, to having a dream. For those of you that can dream. You don't need God to tell you through somebody else, because he's telling you firsthand what he's already showed you. 2 Corinthians 6:14 says, do not be unequally bound together with unbelievers. Do not make mismatch alliances with them, inconsistent with your faith. For what partnership can righteousness have with lawlessness? Or what fellowship can light have with darkness? So, your mindset does not match. And that doesn't mean you're better than that person. That means that God expects you to do what he asked you to do. They may not be in the season of being in the season of obedience. Show me your company. It's going to tell me who you are. What God requires of you, some of these people can't go. And some of them people don't need to go. Because they have y'all real messed up. Like on some Crash Bandicoot type situation. Y'all be over there on the trilogy. When some of these folk come into your life and you see your life going like a roller coaster. You wondering why. When it's Sarah, it's this one, it's that one. Don't know why that name resonated, but whoever. Maybe there's a Sarah that somebody know. Whatever it is, all I'm saying to you is be obedient to what God has showed you. Cut ties with them friends. Cut ties with those people. So please take heed to what God has asked and either remove yourself permanently or deny access permanently until God has further instructed you. So I can't stress this enough. So please take heed to what God has asked and either remove yourself permanently or deny access permanently until God has further instructed you. Please go to God. Take every prophetic word back and test the Spirit of God. Thank you for listening. Until next time, be safe.